and welcome to episode, that's right, episode 49 of the No Randoms podcast. Boyos, we are on the precipice of a big milestone, episode 50. That's some serious, we're getting there. Episode
Holy
49,
shit.
welcome. How are we doing today? Holy shit. Apparently we are that guy, pal, or maybe not.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
If you haven't noticed yet, I got my soundboard back, which has been missing it just disappeared for several episodes. But apparently, you know what I mean? Now we are.
Dylan, because I spit hot fire.
I'm going to be a clown. I was just like, how do I remember all of the sounds we had before? But either way. You know what? We'll take the bootleg soundboard too. Honestly, that's not a bad way to do it. Either way, without digressing a little too far, let's hop into it and give us a good episode. Before we get into what we've been playing this week, I thought, Shad, you might take us through what did not make the show.
Yeah, we have a few things actually. I mean, we can start straight from the top. This is probably one for Anton that he might like. Elden Ring claims over 9 billion deaths since release. So that's crazy. For anybody who doesn't know what that means, basically like everybody who's like died, the accumulation of every player who has died is over 9 billion. That's pretty wild. The second thing that didn't really make the news is Sony's Metacritic's highest rated publisher of 2022. What is that? Sony is Metacritic's highest rated publisher of 2022. Interesting. Okay. Kevin, can you fill me in? What is Metacritic? What is that?
Metacritic is they do the reviews right online. They're the ones that like review.
They're like Rotten Tomatoes
publishers
for
video games.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
So,
well then,
I actually didn't even know
they're
that.
the best publisher of the year.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, shout out to freaking Metacritics, dude. Good for you guys. The other thing I'm sure you guys will also be stoked on. I'm stoked on. GTA 6 online clips resurface after everyone missed it in historic leaks. That's going to be kind of cool. And
did you guys see that? People were all hyped. They're like, GTA 6, look at these clips.
Didn't they release like maps too?
It was like this is the same leak that came out like in December. It's like it is exactly the same images and stuff. Either way, they'll take it. It's good news, but yeah, guess that worked twice.
What is it? The Venom voice actor hints at Spider-Man September release. So I'm stoked on that. I don't know if you guys are stoked on that.
Sounds like he fucked it. He tried to pull it back too. He was like, no, but whoops.
He pulled the Tom Holland. Let's see. Sony has discounted this PlayStation 5 bundle for the first time.
Goddamn time.
And then
trying to get them out there.
What is it? Multiverses announced its closed beta is over. How do you guys feel about that?
I was pissed about that one. This didn't make the show only because it came up so late. Like I had already written the episode. But they came out after the game died and they were like, yeah, well, thanks everyone. We're now ending our closed beta and we're going to go back into the shop and we're going to come back with the real game for you soon. Stay tuned. I'm like, hold on a minute. We just announced this game was dead last week. And people like, I don't know, to be fair, this was a beta, but I forgot. Did you guys remember that this was supposed to be a beta?
No.
The game's been out forever. The game's been out since before I moved home.
I was gonna say it's been like a year or something like that, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't follow the game
playing
like
that
that,
game.
but I remember talking about it. It's been at least a year.
I remember playing that game in Portland, like 8 months ago.
Portlandia, Kiev.
Portland, All right.
Multiverse is whack anyways. But at least for the Elden Ring thing, I was probably at least a good I'm not exaggerating, probably a good 2,000 of those. I have a good cut 100 hours in that game, so I'm not joking. We could have honestly probably spent a whole episode just talking about that. I think that's hilarious. That's a number in itself.
I'm not sure people realize how much. I mean, well, they do, but that's just such a huge number. Like that's a lot. That's so many. So again, yeah, Anton's 2,000. I do be thinking about that sometimes. You ever look at the stats of how many times you've died in a game at the end?
Elden Ring was one of those for me for sure, dude. My
Right?
wife, I wish she could have recorded how many times. It was like the typical, just like what, like I'll never forget. She asked me one time, like, are you good at this? Just because she saw me just dying over and over and
No,
over and
no, no,
over and
no,
over,
no.
and she's like, are you good at this, or is this like a little? And I was like, yo, shut the.
Hey, yo, we can't have that. That's something we can't have.
Disrespect to my
We
face.
She
can't
said you're
have
not
no.
that
Are you good
guy.
at this?
Like I said, I won't get into it. I'll leave it on that. That's
She
here,
really
neither here
did
nor
say
there.
you're not. Man, that shit.
You're not that guy.
That
You
hurt
pal.
my
don't
Trust
love
me.
to
feelings.
see that.
You're not that guy.
You don't love to see that. Oh goodness. All right. Well, thanks, Shad, for taking us through the things that did not make the show this week. Still some good news there. But getting back into the things that did make the show, starting with what did you guys play this week? What have you been playing? What's on the roster?
I went back in my roots, man. I've been full back in the arc this past week.
I've seen that.
You went to the Ark.
I'm back in the arc, bro. I'm back on my
What
farmer kick.
what made this happen?
Just needing to change of pace, man. It's just I was doing a lot of Call of Duty, a lot of 2K, a lot of just sweating, jumping around PvP games, and I loaded onto my little PvE cluster. I built my little base. I got my little dinos. I just go do my little farm, little runs. Build my little resources and stuff.
Tranquil.
It's nice, bro. It's a nice change of pace once in a while. Just not stressing about somebody running up on me, blowing my shit up. Not having to try hard. I can just kind of just relax and tend to my base and my dinos and shit. It's nice. It's a nice change of pace. Sometimes you need to mix it up once in a while and keep it level. So that's been my thing. It's been kind of nice. Y'all should see my base.
So
I
you're
should
saying
actually.
it's
I need to get some footage for you guys to show you. I built a hell of a base. Y'all need to see that shit. It's beautiful. I'm a fucking architect.
You're saying it's basically like your Animal Crossing. Like you don't have a Switch. You don't play Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon or Shad. What's the one I forget?
Stardew Valley.
Exactly.
Stardew Valley. Anton's like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna go tend to my dinos.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. You know what? We all need a game like that. I think you guys know. Actually, I'll just take that over. I've been playing Final Fantasy, and that's what that is for me. It's like very much a sit down. I don't know if you saw that, but I had it with me in the back seat on the way to.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Yeah, I was like,
I saw you playing it.
it's such a chill, and like I just like cruise through it. I already know the story, like so I'm not dying on every piece. So I really do. It's like you can almost play it in your sleep.
Yeah.
You just kind of like bounce out. It's very much a forward facing game. So lots of Final Fantasy for me still. You boys been chugging along, getting them new weapons. And then a couple of other things. One that was timely is I got back into Madden this week. So a little bit of Madden, which is interesting. It's been a bit for me. Weird timing because the season just ended. So it's like now I do that every year. So a little bit to Madden and then just back on the Apex grind, trying to get decent again. You know what I mean? I did finally, in the continued updates of my 30-year-old gamer struggle, I did move the PS5 into the bedroom. You guys were here this week. You saw the big TV, and it's such a silly problem to have. But it's like, which room am I in? What can I game on? And then a little bit of Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty on the PC still. So a little bit of the core games this week. Still some Final Fantasy. I need something new though. Should I play that, Anton? Should I play that Wolong you were saying, or what should I? I almost downloaded that, but it looks like it's just kind of.
I'm gonna keep it funky with you, bro. For a casual player like you, don't play that game. That's not for you.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, that's not. No, you'll load in there and probably because I'm legitimately struggling with that game. It's hard. It's like a Souls game, bro. It's literally like permadeath, like type shit. So and unless you have the time to like learn the whole because and the fighting mechanic like system in that is very like countering and parrying. Like there isn't. You really can't play offensive in that game. You have to play counter parry like to be effective. So. I mean, to each your own. I don't know. You may like it, but what I pick up? I really don't think that that you would like to take the time to go through the learning curve of learning something like that. And that's what
I'm good. I'm super good on that.
Yeah, and so that's where I was with. That's what it was. I knew I downloaded something new, bro. You want to talk about Tranquil? Power Washer Simulator.
Oh,
Go
bro,
ahead
no.
and check
Oh
that
my
out.
god.
Oh, Binhead. That game is
Bro,
awesome.
that game
is
is
awesome.
is so soothing. I can't even begin
We can
to
play
explain
together,
it.
I think, now.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
have a
we can play
campaign
together.
together, bro. That'd be helpful because I need help going through this backyard. These niggas is dirty as hell.
No, let me know. I'll pull up.
Shad's out here playing Elon in his simulator game, and Anton's out here playing Elion in his
Dude.
simulator game.
I wanted to show you guys the
I'm sick.
simulator game. Look at this. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Look at this shit. This is me as an entrepreneur.
I thought that joke was gonna slay. I thought the Elion joke was. I thought that was here.
Check.
Hey, you look like Elon. No, I see that.
No, I in my head I started to run with Chappelle skit. Elian Gonzalez.
Elion can stay.
So, dude, I've been playing this game. It's called Big Ambitions, and it's like you pretty much buy all these buildings, and like you become like an entrepreneur. And like I have a hot dog shop. I call it the Glizzy Store, and then I have a gift shop. It's pretty dope.
I love games like that, bro. Like
You
the
know Playing those gizzies.
Civilization ones and doing stuff like that, dude. That shit is so.
Don't come in here. Don't fake talk like you play Civ.
Oh, he dropped it. I'll
Don't
play
come in
Sims.
here. You're not getting
I'll
no
play
culture. You're not getting no culture. Oh, I said Civ. Civ 6.
Oh, Civ.
Civilization.
Yeah, that game is. That game is hard.
That's my shit. You know what? Just because you said that, I'm downloading that on the Xbox. I've seen it on Game Pass, and my poor wife, she about to watch because I've only been playing it on Switch or PC, but now she's about to watch it on the TV.
She's like,
That's
enjoy.
right.
Bro, dead ass that, or we got to get that firefighter simulator. That game looks tough too. That's co-op also. We could pull up literally like we'll buy our own fire station. If we complete a couple jobs, we could upgrade our truck and our gear. We'll be fucking out here, dog. That shit looks tough. I've always been wanting to do like a group on like one of those simulator games. That shit looks
I'm
out.
downloading that right now.
Sorry, we could keep going with that.
Oh, brother, this guy.
Got the soundboard back. Let's go.
It's on Call of Duty though. We can do that too.
You know, honestly, I don't even know what to do. This is the struggle of all players. There's like you don't tag. The best way for me to play with you would be to get on my PlayStation and get in the chat and be like, "Hey, Anton, I'm gonna get on my PC," and then go get on my PC. I'll be trying to check, and then I hop on, and it'd be too late.
That literally happened the other day. You sent me a party invite when I was in the bathroom, and I came out and joined the party, and you're already gone. It was literally like 5 minutes ago. Like, really?
I just be hanging out. It's so bad. I've been working like a crazy person, but I don't know. I've been trying to get on my COD. It's. I think I said that already, but I've like brain converted to PC, like a mouse and keyboard for COD. I don't want to play it with a controller. So I'm like, if I just do that here, I'm thinking about doing that with Fortnite because I only play it on my Switch. Really, I've never really played it on the console.
See if you
maybe
can,
maybe that'll be a PC game.
Sorry to cut you off. See if you can download the 2.0. I've been really jealous. I've been wanting to jump in and check those out, dude. The Fortnite, the creative, the 2.0, that looks incredible.
Oh yeah, no, I'll hop in. I'm not in here. I'll be done working. I work in my office too, like where my PC is and all the stuff. So once I'm done, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go relax and not here. Like it's a very active. I've had time to game, but I haven't had a lot of time for like competitive, like active gaming, you know. And like that's what goes on. I think for me in my office, it feels like I'm working a little bit, which is I don't know, part of the modern struggle.
Fuck
That
this. You
finger
need to
quote
move
struggle
Lana's
here,
bed.
if you're listening.
You need to move Lana's bed and get that shit set up in your room, bro. All right.
I need to get one of them grandma's boy setups so I can just sleep and game and PC and just do it all. Chad, the scorpion chair. There it is.
My nigga with the wild synthesizers going off.
Oh goodness, Chad, what have you been on this week? What's that? Big Ambitions? And
Yeah,
a little
Big
bit of
Ambitions.
Power Wash.
A little bit of what is it? FIFA. I've been on a little bit of FIFA Ultimate Teams. It's been really fun lately. I've been getting a lot of good like boosters, like a lot of good players. I don't know how. I got Salah. I got a 90 overall Salah the other day. I was pumped.
Have you spent much time in FIFA Mobile?
No, I haven't. I do play the FIFA Manager, or not the FIFA Manager, the Football Manager, but not
Football Manager. I love that game.
Yeah, that game's dope.
All right, you know what? We'll come back to that. I'm working on a project right now that I'm just thinking I should probably play MUT, the Madden Ultimate Team, which I don't play. But I'm much more familiar with Foot, the FIFA Ultimate Team. That one I'm just so much more into football than football. With
That's such
Anton's got something on like I can
I just
see
keep
it.
laughing.
What?
That's like the terminology in this conversation. Like, bro, I just know foot. I don't know mutt, but maybe I should. Like anybody
I got
that
a ton
doesn't
of
know
rip
the game would be
packs.
like, "What the fuck are these niggas know foots but not mutts? What?"
I just gotta learn. I think I want to learn more about that Madden Ultimate Team project. I don't. It can't be under embargo. This is not a secret. It's for NFL Rivals, that the mobile game that I've been working
Talk to
on at
Jerry.
Subnation. So I think it's just good to keep learning about them.
Jerry was like
Honestly,
one
that's a
of the
good point.
Jerry was like one of the top 10 Madden players like in the world for like a few years. Like,
Damn, Jerry.
He plays.
yeah, no, like, for
No,
real,
you're
yeah,
right.
on the
Shout out,
Madden
Jerry.
Ultimate Team.
Shout out
I
Jerry.
had no idea. Like, that's literally how he got an Xbox. Some nigga wanted to play him so bad that he bought him an Xbox, and so he plays on PlayStation and Xbox, the Ultimate Team.
That's legendary.
That's genuinely legendary.
Sweat.
Chad, what else? What do we got?
Just those two. Those are my games. I've been working like you, working a bunch, so it's been nice to just kind of mellow out. But I do get a little competitive edge in me, and that's why I need to go on FIFA sometimes and play some ultimate teams against people. I'm like, yo, I need like at least a 1v1 before the night ends.
1v1 me, bro. 1v1 me.
I'll play you. I won't play Anton.
I'm not even that good. I
Oh,
don't
I
know
didn't
why
mean
you
actually
say
1v1
that,
me.
bro.
Oh, okay. I don't want to play Anton. He's too good. He
I'm
does all
not,
these
though.
substitutions, changes all the tactics, does all this crazy shit. I'm like, bro, just play the game, bro. Just play the game, dude. He's like, no, I gotta do this. It's like, okay, dude, I'm just not that
I'm
guy.
so bad at video games. This is why I have to play. Like the only game I'm decent at is Apex and COD. Sometimes I can get there on COD. Apex, I'm like.
I'll be honest.
Other than that, I'm like, I guess I get there in FIFA, but then I'll be not wanting to play. There's like the struggle to get good at them. Like I'm not trying to just suck all the time. I gotta get.
Come join up on the Ark with me, bro. I got room.
Okay.
I got room in my tribe,
I
dog.
said that. Anton invites me to the Ark. I thought we might move over into You Love to See It, talk about the best news in gaming this week, which was really right in line with what you were saying, Anton. So let's see. We'll jump in here quickly. This one from Kotaku. Fortnite players are already making incredible things with Unreal. The players have wasted no time using Unreal Editor for Fortnite, offering glimpses into its potential, using the new tools to create everything from Grand Theft Auto 5 to Mario Kart and more. The editor lets players take advantage of a new programming language called Verge that will help streamline some of the process and offer more customization. The company is also promising to pay out a generous share of its revenue from the game in order to compensate creators for their work. Since the announcement, players have gotten to work on Mario Kart racetracks, Counter-Strike levels, and meme fodder like a giant Shrek tearing through downtown. Creators who had time with the editor prior to the reveal have been able to achieve even more impressive results, like a recreation of GTA 5's Grove Street. Did you guys see any of this? They've been going nuts. This Anton, sounds like you saw it, right?
Yeah. This is just. I don't even know where to begin with this at times. This is so game changing for like the gaming industry, honestly. Like it's hard to even really fathom like dude, like okay, first of all, fucking Fortnite just will not go down, right? Like I swear to God, these
Never
dudes
fell
are
off.
just like you fucking thought. They just keep coming back. So as someone that's like slandered Fortnite, I gotta give them that. I gotta give them their love on that. I'm not that big of a hater, but it's like, but ultimately for gaming, dude. I mean, this is like what I was just talking about with Unreal. It's like this is just like open the creativity for people and let the people do what they want. The fact that all of this is in Fortnite is like, I feel like it's so easy to just be like, oh, that's cool, but like no, like people don't really understand. Like this is crazy.
It doesn't really land for me until you see the Fortnite, like the little Fortnite characters. You know what I mean? Like it just looks like the game, and then you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
We're looking at the Mario Kart right now, right? Like it just looks like Mario Kart until you see the character land. Well, that's loud. This one is the one that got me. We're looking at some of those videos. Oh, it's not showing. Here it is. Did you see this?
What's this one?
Look at that. It's Pathfinder.
Oh shit.
It looks great. It's like they have the native movement. Like that's the Pathfinder's like emotes and shit.
Yeah. See,
They spent so much time, right?
That's just
it's really, really impressive.
It really is. Like I mean, from a movement, from the animations to the skins to the shading to the lighting. Like look at the Grove Street.
Also looks like
That looks better than
yeah,
Grand Theft Auto.
right, like way better than Grand Theft Auto. That's what I was gonna say. It's just Unreal Editor inside Fortnite. Like this is genius. The storytelling possibilities are incredible. Like what they're doing with this is insane.
Yeah. So
Giant Shrek.
I'm like
Oh, here
honestly
comes
at a loss of words
Blumhouse.
about it. This is just this is
See,
so cool.
and now do these new studios like Blumhouse? Like why not develop your game here, right?
I mean, you really could. You
Now,
could test it and do everything in
what's really
there.
cool about it, I thought I just would take this to the next level or whatever, and I thought this was interesting. You guys know I work in tech, I guess is better. It's like Web3 sounds weird, but in tech. So either way, you're still working on the metaverse. And this was great. Tim Sweeney, the CEO of Epic Games, is like a major player. You know, Fortnite is this is a really serious deal in terms of the future of again what is the metaverse and gaming and all of that merging. Either way, in a recent interview with The Verge, Epic co-founder and CEO Tim Sweeney positioned these new tools as one more step on the road to helping create the metaverse. With the consolidation of Epic's asset stores and the promise of importing pre-made stuff directly into Unreal, the idea is that in the long run, certain games will be able to share characters, skins, and other things in a way they can't right now. That's when it gets like it's obvious, right? But that's when it gets to become so special. If you treat it like Roblox, but a way better Roblox, imagine you can load into, Siege or Apex or COD or Arc, and you get to use the same skins, right? Like when we stop thinking of Fortnite and Epic as a game and start thinking of it more of as an engine, right? Or even like you think of now, we go to the PlayStation store, we play PlayStation, but in the future, as these things are starting to work on all of our platforms, right? You just go to an engine. It's like you might just go visit Unreal, Unreal or
Mhm.
Epic, whatever the Epic store is, and that's where everything lives. Maybe you're making COD, the new version of COD. You're making it for the Epic Game Store instead of making it for consoles or whatever that is, right? So seeing how that grows, and so one more quote I saw in that article, again from Kotaku, it said, "What's clear from how fast players are making cool stuff with Unreal Editor is that Fortnite is now the least interesting thing about Fortnite." And I was like, that's true? Does that not hit the nail on the head?
Honestly.
Right, like the
Yeah.
traditional the traditional like building version of Fortnite with the emotes and whatever and all that is like not what's necessarily pulling people at all. There's a whole bunch of other stuff to do in there. So really really impressed by this and hyped to see what else we can create.
Yeah.
Did you
No.
guys see that? No, I know you didn't, as I'm just chatting on. I kept scrolling down and they they built they built the levels from Smash. You see that, Chad?
Yeah, I think I see the castle from Mario 64. I think.
Oh, is that what that is?
I think that's what that was.
Oh,
I could be
okay.
wrong. Because that was a map also on Super Smash as well. Like you can
Well,
like
then we're
fight on
both
top
right.
of
You
it.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Look,
saw that they had
that's why you
recreated like
love to see it,
Rust and all those levels, and I was like, dude, these guys are just going. Come on.
right? Like, here's your Call of Duty game. Seriously though, like, how long until they start to make Call of Duty just for whatever the engine is, and you can run it on VR or whatever the hell you want. We don't care how you play it.
I wonder if they can sue them for that. Can they get sued for that? For like the likeness of it?
Of what? Rust?
Like, well,
Well, for what? I'll answer the question in a blanket way, and again, to my knowledge, if and only if you're monetizing, right? So like you can recreate, like I can make a painting of Goku or whatever and give it away. I can make an incredible painting of Goku and people can love me for it. Like he's the best Goku painter. I don't got to pay them shit. As soon as I want to start to sell those paintings of Goku, then I owe them a cut, or I might not even be able to do that if they don't want me to. So I think right now, while
that's
it's in creative, you can do whatever you want. But if you want to start to sell that game or sell skins that you can use in that game, it gets tricky.
I'm just thinking like imagine like long run of this. Imagine, I mean, hypothetically, this gets so big. Say somebody just creates all the Call of Duty games. They just say, "Fuck you guys, we'll just do this ourselves." They recreate all the maps and just have it in that engine, And then, I mean, what if it gets to a point where what if an actual player base lost because people were playing their game in another game? You know, like what if there are more Call of Duty players playing the bootleg Call of Duty and Fortnite than actually on Call of Duty? That's what, and again, that's what I was like. I mean, can Call of Duty even really be like, hey, you know, it's like,
I mean, what
well,
if it's not? I mean, what if it's not Call of Duty? You know, how do you know what parts of Battlefield or Siege are inspired by COD? You know what I mean, and what parts aren't? We don't know, right? So like, I mean, I see what you're saying. It's like, do you just create the maps one for one? And so there's an
mhm,
element where you go for a nostalgia play, where like you make Rust in some of the maps, or you just make them similar. You can have
mhm,
like an implied, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But you can create a game that stays true to the core values of it. And what that is just creating a better game. That's like what Doc's trying to do, right? Like
mhm.
it's just making a good game.
So no, I still think it's huge though, man.
Huge
This is
upside.
cool. Between this and
Got us
Minecraft and
talking
what
about
they've been
Fortnite.
doing, I mean, they're trying to take over the market here, man.
Damn, we haven't talked about Roblox in a minute then.
Or is it Minecraft? Oh, Roblox. That's what it is. Fuck, I said Roblox. Same thing to me.
Oh, well,
All
Minecraft too, nigga, all of them.
boxy niggas. I don't know.
Them three. I don't know. I have to go up over there. This I thought was interesting actually. If you're moving into some business news, I think number 2 here, from Eurogamer. I always thought Eurogamer was interesting. Some of European ass gamers. What you playing in France? Eurogamer. Don't Eurostep. Anton hit the Eurostep. I'm sick. Also, how did they get the name Eurostep? Eurosteps are so swaggy. How do we give that to them? That's a European thing.
It should be
Why it's
Black
not
Step.
like the Brooklyn step? You know what I mean? Can I get the
Yeah.
Compton? Is that
Rucker
bad? That's
Step or
weird.
something.
All right, the Rucker step. Wow, that's such a better. I'm out. Whatever. I suck. Moving on into the next topic. From Eurogamer again, Sony has outlined Call of Duty's vital importance to PlayStation as part of its ongoing efforts to derail Microsoft's $68.7 billion Activision Blizzard buyout bid. Sony Interactive Entertainment cannot protect against the loss of Call of Duty, Sony wrote in a document published today by the UK's Competition and Markets Authority regulator, which is currently scrutinizing the deal. Simply put, Sony says it cannot compete with the Microsoft owned and Xbox exclusive Call of Duty via its own blockbuster first party franchises, not in terms of gameplay hours, not in terms of revenue, and not in terms of the budget it has to spend on building its own exclusives. Is this shit ever going to end? Do you think they're going to give up?
Literally, all I think of is who made how. What was the revenue difference again? How much more money did PlayStation make?
It was something crazy,
It
wasn't it? It
was
was like
it was
it was an insane
billions, right?
number.
Wasn't it like was it B's or was it
Yeah,
M's?
it
I
was in
thought
the bees.
I could have swore it was B's. So I mean, let's get on a succession here. We talking 7 B's, 8 B's, 9.5 B's. Like we niggas throwing around big money. All right, they making big money. So y'all made how much more money than them? And y'all have what? God of War
8.8.
just came out.
PlayStation made $8.8 billion more than Xbox did last year.
8.8 B's. So they made 8.8 B's with them. And let's remember the exclusives they had come out: Horizon, God of War. I mean, like literally, like most of their biggest, like I mean, what aren't those two like the biggest franchise names on top of all the other exclusive? I mean, those are the two I can think off the top of my head right now. But I mean, if not big enough franchises on their own, it's like they literally. I don't. This is so petty to me. This is so petty and time wasting. It's like, bro, who fucking cares? With all that money, just go make your own fucking game. If anything, it's not like Call of Duty has really had the best rap the last few years. Anyways, it's all just been a nostalgia thing. Like honestly, and I feel like they're wringing the fuck out of the nostalgia, and it's starting to just. I mean, the fan base is seeing through it. I'm sorry, not to go on a rant. Luckily, this last season, it looks like they should be adding some good stuff, and the game should be kind of leveling out a bit. Like at least content wise, it's definitely starting to get up to par with what I would expect from a game nowadays, and it's how big as it was, and that they've been marketing it. But still, use 1 B, 2 B's. Make your own fucking game in Fortnite or something. I don't know. Like, like just stop crying about it. Y'all are way too big and wait to like not have an influence and just do your own thing. If Doc can do it, why can't they do it?
Yo, how epic would epic? How epic would that be if Sony was like, all right, cool, so we're not gonna get COD, we're gonna go work with Epic to build the best game we can. Like
like
sure,
seriously.
then we're gonna go build our own. Like it could be such a blessing for them if they would lean into it.
Yeah, I think that if they were just like, all right, then fine, fuck it, then that's how y'all want to play, then cool. Congrats on the fucking highest number, and just
Like scumbag PlayStation is totally a thing, is it not?
yeah,
Like they just feel like assholes. They just feel like dicks. Like it's just like they're like you're winning by so much, and you're like, nope. Like that's like no, that wasn't a 3-pointer. Ref, that it toe was on the line. It's like, fam, you're up by 50.
like
Let this
just
nigga like, can he just shoot the ball?
yeah. I mean, we keep this is just so petty to me. I don't know why they just don't go do their own thing, especially with well, actually. What I mean, I wonder. Like, I understand. I really try to think about like what really is it? Are they really crying about Call of Duty like that, or can they not get like
I think
more?
it might be that big. I think there might be that. Okay, here's the quick frame of it all. So if we look back over the last 15 years, the last 10 years, right? Look at the console war. So Xbox got destroyed, right? Xbox got completely dunked on in the last generation. The last two generations?
Generation.
Yeah, last two generations. Shit. Sad. Because they lost, they're losing now, like badly.
Yeah.
And the last one, it was like PS4, it was not even close. The last time PlayStation lost was PS3. So PS4 and PS5 generations. Sorry, I'm digressing. PlayStation is winning in a big way, right? And what else is winning in a big way? Call of Duty. Over the last 10 years, it's become the big preeminent. When you think about the shooter games, now many of them are big, but COD's the big one, right? Like can we agree on that? This is the one that like our parents are like, oh yeah, I've heard of that, right? This is the big popular. This is the name brand. This is the NFL we're talking about. So I'm just wondering how many players play Call of Duty on PlayStation, and that's what they do. Like, there are people that play like FIFA. Like, oh, my PlayStation is really a FIFA machine. I don't play anything else but FIFA. Or mine's a Madden machine. Some people have, you have the machine to play one or two things. People don't all play a bunch of games or have that much time to really diversify their catalog. I wonder how many players that got caught up in the last generation. So they have a PlayStation, not even because they're PlayStation diehards, because they were of age, they wanted to go play video games, right? And of a certain era, which is the last 10 to 15 years, if you were of age and you wanted to play video games, you got a PlayStation and you started on Call of Duty. That's got to be a huge player base, right? Like it's like they're the two most popular like default settings almost. Like the default game and the default system for so long. I wonder how many players they really have that like 80% or 90% of their PlayStation logged hours are on just Call of Duty. Because then if I'm a Sony exec, I'm saying, holy shit,
Yeah,
right?
we
We
can't
have
lose
this many
that.
players
Yeah.
that the only reason they even have a PlayStation is to play Call of Duty. They might dabble in some other things and they play 3 hours of Madden when it comes out. And, they tried Apex for a little while, but really this is what we can count on them to do year over year, which is the reason they continue to buy. You might buy two consoles, right? Your console might age out in one generation. That's a lot for them. You also have to pay every month for the online, like you're paying for services, and they get percentages of the skins off of that shit when it goes through their payment system. It could be significant. I'm thinking of what Adidas went through with Yeezy, where it's like it's not all of our business, but it's big enough where like if you pull out like 1/5 or 1/8 of a business, revenue, that might be all of the profit. So I don't know. It's
You,
not
you,
gonna it's
you
go ahead.
you like halfway through you saying that, I started thinking about like, you know what? I guess I should compare how much is Call of Duty's last release to how many PlayStation exclusives. Like, because what was it like 500? I can never remember these numbers. What was it like 500 mil or something like that that the Call of Duty did on release? I know it's gone up now, but like on release, like that first week, it was like a couple 100 million or something like that, right?
Right.
So it's I think of like on releases, like I mean, what do for PlayStation? What has even been in comparison? Like how much did Spider Man between all their exclusives? Like that's almost crazy to me to think that this one neutral game has more revenue and more of like a player basis than all of your exclusives together. So the fact that they're crying about it being exclusive, it's like, well, then what's the point of your exclusives if they're not even enough to keep you afloat? If it's a neutral game that can, like, just like you're saying, like something that's like just an in between. Like, wow, that's. I guess I never thought about it from that aspect, but thinking about like the numbers of it, when you say that, I'm like, I guess that's true. Yeah, like if people are just using it for
I
that, and if
remember
they lose all that airtime and people just playing on their console, it's like, oh, yeah, I guess it would be a big hit. I mean, I guess I've never thought about it.
and it could be a significant hit to their profits too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like sometimes it's not. Other times you're running a business and it's like there's a small amount of it is the profits. Like that is the it's like because you have to use so much of it to keep the business going. But yeah, I don't know. That could be really dangerous. It could really hurt them, and I don't know. They might have to pivot. But they're winning by a long haul. And again, that's the thing. Like you were saying before, is like, well, you either beholden to this one game, right? Like you have to do whatever they tell you to do. Like if you ask me, like Activision owns you. PlayStation, you got to do whatever I say.
You know, that
How
whole
bad do you need us?
the whole Call of Duty thing is so weird to me because like halfway through us talking to us, I started thinking like, why don't they just buy one of those studios? Why don't they just buy like Treyarch or Sledgehammer or something? Like one of the Call of Duty designers, why don't they just buy them and just make their own game? Because I mean, does Activision own? They don't, I mean, I'm again, I could have probably looked this up. I'm not trying to be, but like they don't own all of those companies, right? Or like those are all
It's,
like individual,
I'm
but they
thinking, fam, it's the power of the brand. Think about like Madden's and these is it really better? That's what we'll talk about next. Is COD, is it really like better? We're gonna buy it anyways. It's the power of the brand. It's like the same thing. Is PlayStation really better than Xbox? Honestly, they're the same to me. I don't feel like any of them does anything different. It's just where my friends are already going, right? Like what's the thing that people do? Like what's the normal one to do?
yeah,
And so it's
it
like
is.
it's the default. Like how many parents go out and buy their kids the Call of Duty that don't even know what it is? It's just
Yeah.
this thing I'm supposed to get you for Christmas, like I get you Robux or whatever. Oh,
Call of Duty, the brand is
we'll see,
strong.
but
I'll give you that.
they are not going down without a fight. This one, Chad, I'm going to share screen here if that's okay, my friend. This one was a clip I saw on TikTok. Look at me being not millennial.
You
What's
fucking
the other
Gen
one?
Z,
Gen Alpha?
you little boomer,
Gen Z. Gen Alpha's
little
after that. You're
little
right. You're
boomer
right.
Z.
Little boomer Z. Where did I leave this? Oh, here it is. All right. So it says the end of Madden is coming soon. And I thought, oh, interesting. So let's take a look here. Let me know if you can hear this. Shake the screen a little bit. Just make it a little vertical. I don't know who this ginger kid is, but this is on Esports Center TikTok.
He doesn't have a soul.
Well, that didn't work. Really? This is what we're gonna do right now? All right, Anton, you could rap for us.
I'm the hip hop hippopotamus. My rhymes are
A hip.
bottomless.
This could be the end of Madden as we know it. EA already lost FIFA, they've canceled other multiplayer games, and Madden is at an all-time low. But it makes sense with how copy-paste it's felt over the last decade at this point. And not to mention, EA lost over 60% of users' data storage in franchise mode due to a corrupted files issue recently. So now EA is feeling the pressure, calling Madden 24 a make or break for the franchise, with changes coming to management and quote, big things planned.
So that's my question: is this make or break for Madden? Have you guys been following this, or Anton? Do you know what's going on with their recent stories at all?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I didn't hear a word that dude just said. I ADD'd the fuck out the whole time he was talking, trying to understand it because it was kind of choppy. So I think there was like a slight lag on mine. So I was like trying to like understand it. But wait, so what? I'm sorry. Can you just repeat it to me? Like, what exactly is it?
Well, so the kid was just saying, he was saying, Madden's is down bad, right? He's like, it's down bad, it's down as bad as it's ever been,
Yeah, it's terrible.
and it's felt more copy paste than ever, which has been the problem with Madden for, I mean, since I don't know, 10 years, 12 years, something like that. But he was saying also what happened is that there was a recent issue where they lost a bunch of franchise file data. Did you hear about this?
Oh no. I didn't hear about that.
So that's essentially it. I went to do some digging. And so just to zoom all the way back out, I saw, looking at the copy paste of it, I saw another article from Kotaku from last fall, I think from November, that was just titled Madden 23 is so bad, even NFL pros are dragging it. So interesting. It's supposed to be the most polished version, they said, of Madden ever, but it appeared much different. One of the Giants receivers, Darius Slayton, called the game hot garbage on Twitter like the day it came out. So despite their new field sense technology, that was supposed to make it feel more organic and lifelike, and an overhauled face of the franchise career mode, there were just a ton of bugs and like true organizational shortcomings, right? Like not only is it just boring copy paste, but like you guys are there's bugs in it. Like you didn't do a good job putting the game together. So either way, I saw another article from Deadspin.com titled "Seriously, we need to stop buying Madden," and this one went a little bit into more depth on what happened. So it sounds like on December 26th here, Madden gave its users a faulty franchise mode, which is crazy. Like right on Christmas break, so many people just got the game, right? So many people that had to wait for it just got the game for Christmas. And I guess they had some bug that went live where no one could access their connected franchise mode. And ultimately, anyone who tried to access franchise mode between December 28th at 2:45 p.m. Eastern and December 29th at 12:45 a.m. Eastern had their file corrupted and ultimately erased altogether.
Wow.
Huge mistake in a way that they couldn't find it back. They couldn't bring
Like
it
they
back.
can't recover it or anything.
They just
wow.
lost franchise data for some of these players. And like again, like we were saying, so many people have an Xbox that's just a Madden machine or a PlayStation that's their Madden machine. And what they do is they play connected franchise with their friends or league mates, whatever that is. And they just had to, oops, sorry guys, we lost your whole shit. So I think it really added insult to injury, right? Or injury to insult rather, where they've already been putting out this just really boring copy paste. We're only playing it because you're the only show in town game. And then on top of that, just executional errors and missteps. So again, it sounds like you haven't been playing for a while. I still get into it, but again, there's nothing. When I play Madden, I still play it like old guys way. Like I just go play the franchise by myself, like offline. And I play like 4 games with the Chargers, and then I'm like, all right, I'll come back to this later. So either way, I haven't been super deep into it. Sounds like you haven't, but thoughts on this? And do you think there's any pressure on them to make Madden 24 good?
Thoughts on this? This game is fucking ass. I quit years ago on it. Stopped buying it. I heard a quote from this dude on a 2K video that made a good like point talking about and it kind of I feel like it's relative to this about like people want to play this game thinking it's like a real game, you know what I mean? Like realistic, like simulator football game, but then run into like arcadey things and then people want to play an arcadey game and then it's like expecting it to be arcadey, but then it's too like simulation-y, like, and it's like if he feels like we're in too much of like an in between of like a nostalgia fan
Mm-hmm.
base that still expects these like blitz type like or like NBA Jam type games, and then the fan base now that they jump in and it's super technical, you know what I mean, and it's a lot more simulate, you get it. So I feel like a lot of that goes on in these games, and that's why people, again, there's like pros who want to play it and expect it to be a simulation game, and it's not, and they're like, this game's trash. And then there's fans expecting like a arcadey football game, and it's harder than, on top of all the bugs and everything else, them not adding any new content to, again, I don't know who the fuck is running that game. It's been terrible over there for years. So I hope so. I was
Yeah.
hoping that they lost the rights, the player name rights, or something happened to where they can find like with the EA FIFA thing going on. Like we need something. We need some kind of change in the football games, dude. It's been so bad for. I probably haven't played a football game since we were in high school, honestly. Like since NCAA back then, they've just been terrible. So I hope so.
Damn.
I hope it happens. I mean,
You're
and it's
red.
like it sucks, but like, what do you like? I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna. I mean, maybe I'm the fool that does it. People can say, "Oh, well, you do it for Call of Duty," and I'm like, "Yeah, we do it for Madden. Teach your own." So, you know what I mean? That was just a game I couldn't do it, bro. It was infuriating. So, I hope they get a good change. I hope the new one comes. At least from what I saw when Nick and them were playing. I mean, the screens and some of the like I think like the layouts. I mean, it looked new. It looked kind of refreshing. But again, I'm not an all the time player, so who knows? If I've been playing it for the last few years, it could have just been the same thing except different colored and new layouts. But I don't know. They really need to do something with all of these franchises because it's not even Madden. It's 2K. 2K's industry is up in shambles right now. The FIFA community is up in shambles. It's all of these. I mean, why is it any different from what's going on with these niggas trying to gatekeep the fucking Call of Duty thing? You know what I mean? Like,
I think it goes back to your point that you always make, and I really think they could solve all of this if they stopped treating it like a new game every year. And
mhm.
it's weird. Again, even if I had to pay another $60 or $70 every year to have my subscription to the service, like I'll still pay you. It's just we start to get frustrated when we go, it's copy paste because the game's the same all the time. If it was the same game, then we would just say, like, look at how the game has evolved. They tried things and took things away. You know, like Apex does limited time modes, things like that. And it wouldn't feel so much like they gave us something and sold it and said, this is worth this dollar amount. And then it wasn't, you know. But I think for all the sports games where it's like, why do you put out a new game every year? I guess because there's a season every year, like a new season. Just put out a new cover, have a ceremony, choose your chosen athlete of the year, whatever you want to do. Like you can still have the like that moment in time where it's the start of a new season without putting out a new game. At this point, you don't even put out a new game anyways.
And not every game
like we don't have to go. We
needs
don't
a
go buy
fucking
it.
battle pass. Oh my god, dude. I'm sorry. That's so frustrating.
Fortnite started it.
It's so like, and I get, and like I hate to be like, why do they do this? Because I get why they do it from a money aspect. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it started when they ramped up games from $25 to $60, $70, $80, $90. But then it's like, but then they're not delivering on their end. Niggas are still being greedy, but then not producing the product that they said that they're supposed to be fucking feeding us. Feed me, nigga. I'm hungry.
Just keep feeding him. Keep feeding him.
I could go on about that, but I mean, I think that's ultimately what it is, dude. I mean, it's just like we're saying, they need to change the structure. Something needs to change. Hopefully, in Fortnite Creative, they
change.
Make a new basketball game or something. I don't know.
Put a new Madden inside Fortnite, and Shad will play. Put that out there.
I'll do it. Give me like Goku hair and then like a Naruto clothing. That'd be dope.
Now we're getting mixy and matchy.
Nah, bro, you look like One Punch Man.
Do you want to take us in? Goodness. You want to take us into culture news over there?
Yeah. So another one from Kotaku here. Thirsty Apex Legends players pissed the swimsuit skins aren't hot enough. You freaks, bro.
They were tight.
Right. Like, come on. This is a kid's game. Jesus Christ. What they expect?
Can I? I was gonna say shout out to Kotaku for carrying the episode, but you know what I mean. This mad clips from them.
Yeah. Hold on. Nope. Yeah, Kotaku. When we gonna get an endorsement? Huh? Come on. We love you guys over there. When we gonna get some love back? Let us get an endorsement. Come on, man. We love you guys. Help us out here. But either way,
these skins have been getting spicy lately.
Yeah, they have been.
We had that COD spin. Now we got this Apex. Go ahead.
So Respawn announced its new Apex Legends Sun Squad Collection event. Will give players some swimsuit-themed character skins, but Apex Legends fans want more. Specifically, a slutty swimsuit for character Loba. This all started when data miners reportedly found swimsuit skins for Apex Legends characters, but noticed that Loba was absent from the lineup. Social media started buzzing with demands for her to get a swimsuit skin. So many demands, in fact, that the official Apex Legends Twitter account offered them in a Twitter challenge. 10,000 likes and we'll add the swimsuit skin. Little did they know. Naturally, the post reached its goal in 10 minutes, but when the official trailer for the Sun Squad Collection event dropped, some fans were once again outraged. You see, Loba's swimsuit skin is not slutty enough. Her ass is too covered. Her upper thighs aren't even showing. Good God, is that a one-piece tankini? This is just... Y'all niggas... Listen. Y'all niggas gonna get off TikTok and relax. Okay? This is just too much. What do they expect? This isn't Dead or Alive.
Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
I honestly... I'm not mad. This was so funny to me. I honestly expected they're showing that like, yeah, what we expected, what we got. I don't know. I'm of two minds on this. I did honestly genuinely expect them to come out with the Dead or Alive. Like, if you're gonna do it, I thought they were gonna do it, and it's not unprecedented. I guess at least it's funny that they're so aware. You know what I mean? Like they know they're aware, but
they know their fan base.
I don't know. This has a whole bunch of different angles. I'm not upset about it either way. Like, I don't really care. It is weird, like the policing of like what some of the men get to show whatever they want, and then they got some of the women over there all closed up and stuff like that. But I thought overall it was really cheeky and funny the way they did that, and the way they took to Twitter to be like, you know, give us those likes, we'll give you what you want. I saw the moment there when people were like, "Oh my god, it's happening!"
Oh my god, it's real!
You know what? The internet is wild. What is this? They got soccer on there?
I just can't
Heat
imagine getting
wave.
mad that a fictional gaming character isn't more naked.
I can. I mean, what?
I don't know. Maybe that's just. Let me just shut up.
This new game mode looks fun. Now we're not talking about the what? Sunglasses? That looks fun. They do a good job of spicing up the game modes, actually. I'm really surprised I'm looking at this and I'm so interested.
I bet you are.
But yeah, I thought the outrage, I don't know, it's somewhat justified. It feels just I don't know why I feel like it's justified, but it feels justified to me.
You like
They got, you know what I
Sear
mean?
showing
They
off
they
his
pulled a
abs?
fast one. You know, Kotaku says that they think this is very hot.
Is slutty still okay to use? I felt a little like, am I
Why
going to get canceled
not?
for saying that? Oh no, yeah, actually no, actually I forgot. Amber Rose made that cool. Never mind. Yeah, so right on.
See, we're like in the weird in between where it's like it's you can't say that, but also it's rude to not say that. Like you got to call her a slut if she wants to be called a slut, but don't call her a slut if she doesn't. That's crazy to say if she doesn't want to be called that. But then if she tells you she wants to be consent, Anton, it's all about consent.
And tone.
If that's what you want to be called, what are
I
your
could
pronouns?
I could do that. Just let me know. And then let me move on here though to our games. Some big stuff here coming from the Verge. We've been talking about
It's no big deal.
what's wrong with you? Valve announces
Yeah.
Counter-Strike 2, a free replacement for Counter-Strike Go. So let's see. Counter-Strike 2 is official, and for some, it's already available in an early test described as an overhaul to every system, every piece of content, and every part of the Counter-Strike experience. A website for the game describes it as the largest technical leap forward in Counter-Strike's history and promises years of updates and new features. The full game is expected to release in summer 2023. According to the game's frequently asked questions, it will be free to play. That's cool. So just getting everyone a free upgrade.
Man, we talked about scumbag PlayStation. What about good guy Valve?
Right.
All the news I'm reading here is like it's all they're like, your skills are going to transfer. We made some upgrades, but if you're good, like you're still going to be good. Your items from CS:GO are going to come over. Like whatever you've collected will make the transition. They're giving the test out to like key players. They like dropped the surprise announcement, which made everybody really excited, but it's also comprehensive. They weren't doing some like mysterious, like this is maybe they're like they put out a video and were super detailed on what the changes are and what exactly is kind of coming. So I thought this was like the best way on the heels of what Doc did, right? It's like two kind of great weeks in a row of
Transparency.
it's so rare that they actually kind of they get us like they have the solid rollout in the world of CODs and whatever happened to Battlefield, right? Like it's so rare that they kind of stick the landing.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, wow, that's cool, man. What other game? Overwatch 2, I think was the only other game. I don't think your cosmetic.
Yeah, they did.
You're
They
right.
did.
They
They did,
did. They
right?
did.
They
They
did.
did
They
transo.
did.
Yeah, I have all my
Okay.
skins still.
Mhm.
I was gonna say, I think Overwatch is the only other game I've heard of that's done this. Besides that, it's like, oh no, you got to buy the next one. They're definitely not Destiny, where they make you rebuy the second one and all the DLCs.
You know,
But let me not slander.
it's so funny though. But this is like I wasn't even trying to get there. Well, a couple of things. One, this definitely could have and probably should have been. You love to see it. I just am not that big of a Counter Strike guy, but like this is that level of news. But two, is this not what we were just saying that CODS needs to do?
Mhm.
The Overwatch model, like just call it an upgrade, and then we're like, oh, everything we got that's cool is great, but you're just what it does is it allows you to keep the good stuff, right? Upgrade and change the bad things, but I think what COD and some of these other Madden, right? They keep going back to redesign things that work.
They keep trying
It's
to
like we don't need
reinvent
you
the
to
wheel.
refresh that. Yeah, like no, that's fine. Do something different.
Mhm.
Do something else. What
There-
you got here, it works. That's why we're here.
It's very community driven. That's kind of what I like about like the whole like Valve like Counter Strike kind of thing, you know. And I guess like I have a question for both of you guys is like, do you think like Valve has a better community than I guess the Call of Duty community as far as diehards who started playing the game in like the late '90s?
That's kind of hard. Yes
I say
and
yes. Like from my yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead.
probably yeah. I was gonna say yes and no, but honestly, I mean, due to the feedback and probably the overall core happiness of the fan base, probably Counter Strike. I don't hear Counter Strike players. I've never heard of Counter Strike slander in news or the fan base getting upset over. I mean, I'm sure it's been going on. It's really not in my scope, but again, I feel like it would pop up somewhere across all of the different gaming things that like I see. So I mean, long story short, no. I
over the
think
last 20 years.
yeah, no. I think, and again, I think like companies have just gotten too greedy, and that's where we're in this weird in between now, where you have companies like this who have been. I mean, Counter Strike has been going around since we've been going to T-Net, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they're still like relative. So it's like, you know, the fact that they're just listening, and it's for the people. What's that saying? I'm fucking slacking right now. For the people, by the people, for the people, by the people, for the people. You know what I mean? It's just good listening to the fan base and just constantly upgrading the game, carrying it over, not trying to stick their wallets every chance you get to. It's just like, here you guys go. So
Hell yeah.
It's been a good run. It's been a good run for them fools, man. They have a great community. For me to answer much shorter, but just yes. I mean, I think they have. Like, obviously, that's subjective. It's smaller. It's different for a whole bunch of reasons. It's probably older. It's for a lot of things that are different. Here's something funny that you guys might get a laugh out of, though. That's sort of related, but not really. I used to think that CS:GO was like a mobile version of Counter Strike.
Me too.
see that.
Back in the day, me too. I was like, where can I find
When
that
I
on my phone?
When I first like kind of came back to gaming, I don't know, like 8 years ago, probably now 6 years ago, 7 years ago, whenever that was. You guys were there. Yeah, I didn't know what like I had no clue it was like a full game. I thought it was because of the Go part. So by the way, CS:GO is not a mobile game. Fucking surprise! I might need to play that.
Dweeb.
Doesn't that make me a not dweeb?
Whoa.
Doesn't that go the other way?
Whoa.
Nope.
It's hurtful.
You know
It's
what?
not hurtful.
I'm not even mad about it.
We don't
I'm not
shame
even
nerds
mad
here,
about it. I'm
remember?
just gonna take it.
It's a term of endearment.
What?
Oh.
So when was that a rule? That's not a rule on this podcast.
We've
We don't
been
shame
talking
nerds.
about that since the beginning of this podcast, that nerds get a slander that is not appropriate. I don't know. Basically something that like nerds shouldn't get the slander that they get. It's okay to be a nerd. It's okay to be a dweeb, dude. Don't get me started on some shit. I love me some lore, okay? I'm a dweeb too. But you thinking that Counter-Strike Go was for cell phones is silly, dude.
He's really coming at you right now hard.
I'm not coming at anybody. I'm just preaching.
You know when the dweebs like band together, then they start calling you like, "Oh, look at this dweeb. He plays football. Oh, you got a haircut. Look at this dork." Yeah, I was at like this hippies event the other night or last night. The music was fantastic, but I was the
Casual
only
flex.
person wearing a hoodie. No, I was the only person wearing a hoodie. It was like mad Birkenstocks and like weird blouses. All the men were wearing blouses and all types of weird, like, you know, when they have the hats that are like just on the very, like every single person in there had some type of like purposely messy haircut. You know what I mean?
What part of LA were you in?
We were in Koreatown. It was a very black event, but it was like a black hippie. Like, it was a bunch of, everybody was singers and stuff like that, like beat poets and things. And I was looking around like I look like such a square. I just have like a regular haircut, and I'm just wearing like, I don't have any cool glasses or like a weird. Everybody had accessories, purses. I seen a nigga last night that had the like the flat. He had his hair flattened and like on the side. He looked like nigga from what like Thomas Jefferson age. Like he had it up in the rolls. He had the little curlies up, and he had the side shaved, but he had it flat ironed down in the middle. I don't even know how to explain this hair. He looked like he was out of that painting.
I'm just imagining like mad
niggas-
hipster like artists niggas just judging the fuck out of you. Like,
They were doing all of like the weird dances and all that. And I was like, what is, man, everybody in here could sing.
Have you ever seen that
was
old meme of the black kid in the middle of like the mosh pit?
Yeah.
Where like there's like a bunch of
Yes.
white people mosh pitching, and like they like zoom out onto him, and he's just looking around like how the fuck did I end up here? That's all I keep thinking of you, man. My nigga walked in there, heard the music, and seen niggas dancing, and was like, how the hell did I end up in here?
I was having fun. It just, you know, like when you're standing in the crowd, you start looking around. It's like that. You start looking around like, wait a minute.
A bunch of dweebs
Are
start
these
calling
niggas
you a
looking at-
dweeb, and you're mad normal.
Right. I was like, oh man, do I look different? It very much felt like that. Like, oh man, I was the square. I'm the square that walked up in
Corporate
here
guy
looking
over
all normal. Just drinking regular drinks. Look at this corporate Kev. I'm dead.
Nigga hits you with the suit. What's up, suit?
It was so many Birkenstocks. I hate that. I had such a suit, bro. It was mad Birkenstocks. I went up in there wearing like regular Nikes. Like, happy I didn't wear this. There was not. I didn't see one Jordan or Nike symbol anywhere in a room full of black people.
I'm happy you said that because the other night at the LAFC game, I definitely felt like I should have stepped my shoe game up. I was looking around. I was like, damn, I forgot niggas up in LA be trying. I was looking like dunks, Yeezys. Niggas got nice ass fucking. I was like, okay, I see you. Y'all.
You're wearing sneakers.
Niggas shoes don't even match. I see some niggas with some gray and yellow dunks. I was like, damn, that shit go hard though. I see you.
The best singer last night was wearing a knit cap. He had uncut, like not lined up hair that was like probably this long, and like a knit cap that looked like he was from the Berenstain Bears. Sat on top of his hair with these big circle glasses and like a blouse and like a white t-shirt underneath it, and then like mom jeans that were high waters, and then like long white like regular Hanes socks inside black Birkenstocks, white socks inside the black Birkenstocks. And this nigga was the coolest. Like he was with the swag. He went up on stage. I was like, that's the coolest guy here. Oh, I underestimated this environment. I didn't see that. You got to see him in front of his people to realize. I seen him go up like, oh, he owns this bitch. He owns this place.
Damn.
Be like that. You gotta diversify. You know what I mean? That's all we got for this week's episode. No inside look this week, but you got to hear a little bit about me being a dweeb last night. So we enjoyed it. Thank you so much for coming. Until next time, this is the NRP. Boys, what you got for them?
Yo, man, same as always. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate the feedback. Hit us up on our socials. Hit us up on TikTok, Instagram. You know what it be. And we will see you next time.